Stop building those massive, heavy camera rigs right now. If you literally just paid the massive Apple tax on a maxed-out Mac Studio to chew through your external RAW video files, you might want to return it immediately. The Asian supply chain just leaked the complete blueprint for the upcoming Sony FX3 Mark II, and it is about to completely destroy the compact cinema market. We are staring down the barrel of internal 12-bit RAW recording, a brand new 24.2 megapixel stack sensor, and full open gate capture. So do you stick with your aging first-generation daily driver, or do you start saving for the ultimate solo filmmaker beast? Let me break down exactly what the top insiders are leaking today, because Canon and Nikon are officially on notice. When Sony dropped the original FX3 4 years ago, it was a massive hit. It gave indie filmmakers a truly compact, full-frame cinema body without demanding a massive crew or a five-figure investment. It had built-in XLR audio and active cooling, making cinema quality genuinely mobile. But let's be totally honest, 4 years is an absolute eternity in the tech world. What felt groundbreaking back then feels a little bit dated today, especially with Canon and Nikon pushing incredibly aggressive video specs and RAW recording options on their smaller bodies. Sony has been relying heavily on incremental firmware updates, but Mako Takara just dropped a bombshell report confirming a true generational leap is imminent. The absolute biggest leak revolves around the video codec. DigiTimes is reporting that Sony is finally bringing true internal 12-bit RAW recording to the FX3 II. This isn't just a minor spec bump. Moving from standard 10-bit to 12-bit RAW dramatically increases the color and tonal data captured in every single frame. You get incredibly smooth gradients, perfectly natural skin tones, and vastly more flexibility during color grading. But here is the massive kicker. Recording this internally means you completely ditch the heavy external monitor, the annoying HDMI cables, and the bulky V-mount batteries. It strips your rig down to the bare essentials, reducing fatigue on long shoot days. Are you guys currently relying on external recorders like the Ninja V, or does internal RAW make you want to upgrade instantly? Let me know down in the comments, because I absolutely hate rigging up extra heavy monitors just to get a usable file format. But wait, it gets crazier. The ELEC corroborated rumors that the FX3 II will finally feature full open gate recording using a 3:2 aspect ratio. This allows the camera to capture the entire physical height of the sensor rather than cropping down to standard widescreen formats. For creators constantly juggling YouTube, Instagram Reels, and TikTok deliverables, this is a literal workflow superpower. You shoot one single take and reframe perfectly for horizontal or vertical platforms in post-production. It guarantees seamless integration across all your client deliverables. When you pair this massive OpenGate RAW data with the sheer processing power of Apple Silicon on a modern MacBook Pro, your turnaround times are going to be ridiculously fast. You drop these massive files into Final Cut Pro, and the neural engines inside the M-series chips just chew through the footage without any severe thermal throttling on your laptop. You avoid the dreaded proxy workflow entirely. It is the perfect marriage of Sony capture hardware and Apple computing power. Let's talk about the silicon powering this beast. Ming-Chi Kuo has been actively tracking sensor manufacturing yields, and his data points directly to a brand new 24.2 megapixel stacked full-frame sensor. Stack sensors physically integrate memory directly into the silicon to deliver blistering readout speeds. This drastically reduces rolling shutter jello effects during fast handheld movements or heavy action scenes. Your vertical lines stay perfectly straight without relying heavily on digital stabilization in post. Now, Mark Gurman recently mentioned some wild industry shifts regarding imaging tech, and there are unconfirmed whispers about Sony testing a true global shutter for this body. Wait, really? A global shutter in an FX3 body? Honestly, I'll believe that when I see it. Global shutters usually ruin dynamic range, so putting one in a dedicated cinema camera feels like a massive risk. I fully expect them to stick with the ultra-fast T-stack sensor to preserve that legendary low-light performance. To handle all this massive internal data without melting, Shrimp Apple Pro leaked that Sony is totally overhauling the active cooling architecture. You can expect significantly improved thermal dissipation through a much sturdier internal chassis, allowing for unlimited continuous recording without hitting those dreaded thermal limits on hot sets. Ross Young also tracked the display supply chain recently, hinting at a much brighter, highly usable LCD screen that actually functions perfectly in direct sunlight. And for media storage, they are sticking with dual CF Express Type A card slots to handle the massive bit rates of internal 12-bit RAW. Add in Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.2, and direct USB-C streaming support, and you have a camera built for extreme modern reliability. The Sony FX3 II isn't just a marketing gimmick or a minor refresh. It is a highly optimized tool designed specifically to fix the exact pain points modern filmmakers face every single day. If Sony can deliver internal 12-bit RAW and full open gate capture at a competitive price, this will instantly become the default project camera for the entire industry. It delivers unmatched cinematic image quality while keeping your rig incredibly small and mobile. Fewer rig changes, fewer retakes, and way more creative freedom. The official announcement is creeping closer, so make sure your wallet is prepared, because this upgrade is going to be impossible to ignore.